On this episode of Last Night's Monster, well, last night we played D&D, and the monster that Doug threw at us, our DM, was an ice Mephit. That's what it looks like right here. Ice Mephit. Armor class 11. 21 hit points, or 6d6. Can fly 30 feet, can walk 30 feet apparently. Not very strong, pretty dexterous, a little bit of constitution, fairly intelligent. Wisdom, character, charisma. Interesting. Alright, so skills. It's got pluses in perception and stealth, and it's vulnerable to bludgeoning fire. That's interesting. And immune to cold and poison. That makes sense. So anyway, we were in a mountain pass and we were climbing. We have a party of 3. We're all rogues. We all multi-class. So I'm a rogue. My character's a rogue bard, and I'm with a rogue barbarian who's really tall, big, and stupid. And that's the way the guy plays him. And we're with a sneaky rogue wizard. And so there's 2 of us that are pretty, I don't know, tissue paper thin. I know I only have like 35 hit points and I'm at level 7, so not great. Anyway, yeah, so 2 of these ice Mephits like dropped down during this snowstorm, and I had a great initiative roll, so I went first. So I cast Firebolt on it. Being squishy, I didn't want to run in with my my rapier, but so I decided, I'll cast Firebolt on it. And that was the right thing to do, apparently, because it had vulnerabilities to fire. I haven't like memorized the monster manual, so I don't know all of these creatures. So it's great. For me, this is a surprise whenever we encounter something that the DM pulls out at us. So but that was a pretty educated guess. So I did that. So it took some damage, and I actually asked for a cold shot in the eye, and Doug said if I rolled above an 18, he would give it to me. So I rolled like a 23 or something like that with my bonuses. So, yeah, got him. And so I basically blinded him in one eye. The guy who went next, I think something happened. He said, I think he used this death burst. He didn't use it right, I don't think. The way that's described here, it says, when the Mephit dies, it explodes in a burst of jagged ice. Well, I think he did something like, he made it like a mist of snow around him. So maybe he was using like a different effect or something like that. So we couldn't see the Mephit, but the barbarian went next, and he ran right into the cloud, and he just started like swinging away. And he got a hit on him, I think. And the wizard's sitting back there, and he's getting all clever, and he's thinking, I'll just fire magic missile, right? Well, we looked up magic missile, and apparently you have to be able to see your opponent in order to hit with magic missile. He was thinking, it doesn't matter if he's obscured, it's going to hit anyway. So the way we read the rules, it said you have to be able to see him. So that's fine. So that took out my Firebolt for the next round too. So instead I tried to, he said, I know, I forget how he hit him, but the ice Mephit was in pain, and so he said, you hear this really loud shriek of pain, and I said, I know what I'll do. I'll cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. So I'll take him out of his pain, I'll make him laugh himself to death, right? That was the idea. Well, that didn't quite work either. So apparently Tasha's Hideous Laughter, for whatever reason, I forget now why he was immune to it. I think it had something to do with his intelligence. No, that's not right. I think Tasha's Hideous Laughter doesn't work for things that are under an intelligence of 3. So this didn't apply to that. For some reason, I thought that's why it didn't work. He might have made his wisdom saving throw. That's probably what it was. And so that was a waste of a round. But it turns out that the barbarian actually ended up smashing the ice Mephit, the first ice Mephit, and then the second one I got with a firebolt, and that was that. So not too bad, but this is a pretty low. Where's the challenge rating? Challenge rating of a half, so pretty low for a couple of 6 level characters like ourselves. I think we leveled up to 7 after this round. So that was last night's monster. So Mephits are capricious, imp-like creatures native to the elemental planes. They come in 6 varieties, each one representing a mixture of 2 elements. Ageless tricksters, Mephits gather in large numbers on the elemental planes and in the elemental chaos. They also find their way to the material plane where they prefer to dwell in places where their base elements are abundant. For example, Magma Mephit is composed of earth and fire, and it favors volcanic layers, while an Ice Mephit composed of air and water and favors rigid locations. A Mephit does not require food, drink, or sleep. So there's a Dust Mephit, an Ice Mephit. There's the Magma Mephit, the Mud Mephit, the Smoke Mephit, and the Steam Mephit. That's pretty clever. I kind of like the idea of like combining the 2 elements. So Mephits are something you could use in your campaign. I'm sure they could fit in just about anywhere. So that's what we did last night, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you did, like it and subscribe so I can still keep monetizing my videos. I appreciate that. And share it if you like it. All right, we'll see you next time. This was last night's monster.